Have you ever spent good money on a car subwoofer, installed it, and then wondered why the bass doesn't sound as deep, powerful, or clean as you expected? Maybe it rattles, maybe it feels weak, or maybe it just doesn't hit the way you imagined. If that's you, stick around. Because in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to get the best bass from your car subwoofer. By the end, you'll know the secrets to tuning, placement, and setup that transform your system from average to jaw-dropping. And before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more car audio tips and reviews. And once you are done watching, leave a comment with your thoughts or experiences. I'd love to hear how your system sounds. Let's start with understanding the basics of bass. Bass refers to the low-frequency sounds, typically between 20 to 200 Hz, that give music its depth and impact. Subwoofers are designed specifically to reproduce these frequencies, but simply owning one doesn't guarantee great sound. The quality of bass depends on how the subwoofer interacts with your car's acoustics, how it's powered, and how it's tuned. Think of it like this. A subwoofer is only one part of a chain. If the chain isn't balanced, the sound suffers. Now let's discuss how to get the best bass from your car subwoofer. The first step to achieving great bass is making sure you have the right subwoofer and enclosure combination. Subwoofers come in different sizes, most commonly 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch, and 15-inch. Larger subs generally produce deeper bass, while smaller ones are quicker and more precise. But size alone doesn't determine quality. The enclosure, the box your subwoofer sits in, plays a huge role. A sealed enclosure gives you tight, accurate bass, perfect for genres like jazz or acoustic music. A ported enclosure, on the other hand, allows more air movement, producing louder and boomier bass, which is great for hip-hop or EDM. Matching the subwoofer to the right enclosure is critical. If you mismatch them, you'll end up with distortion or weak output. The second tip to achieving great bass involves proper subwoofer installation and placement. Even the best subwoofer won't perform well if it's poorly installed. Placement inside your car matters more than most people realize. Bass waves are long and they bounce around the cabin. If your subwoofer is facing the wrong direction or placed in a corner that cancels out frequencies, you'll lose impact. A common setup is to place the subwoofer in the trunk, facing toward the rear of the car. This allows the bass waves to reflect off the back and fill the cabin more evenly. Experimenting with placement, facing the sub forward, backward, or even sideways, can make a noticeable difference. Don't be afraid to test different positions until you find the sweet spot. The third tip involves getting the power and amplification right. Your subwoofer needs proper power to perform. This is where the amplifier comes in. Underpowering a subwoofer results in weak bass, while overpowering can damage it. The key is to match the RMS power rating of your subwoofer with the RMS output of your amplifier. RMS refers to the continuous power the sub can handle, not the peak. Many beginners make the mistake of focusing on peak numbers, but RMS is what really matters. A clean, well-matched amplifier ensures your subwoofer gets the energy it needs to produce strong, controlled bass without distortion. The fourth step involves tuning your system. Tuning is where the magic happens. Even with the right subwoofer, enclosure, and amplifier, you won't get the best bass until you properly tune your system. Start with the crossover settings. The crossover determines which frequencies go to the subwoofer and which go to the other speakers. Typically, you'll set the crossover around 80 Hz. This means everything below 80 Hz goes to the subwoofer, while higher frequencies go to your mids and tweeters. Next, adjust the gain on your amplifier. Gain isn't a volume knob. It's a sensitivity control. Setting it too high causes distortion, while setting it too low makes the bass disappear. Use test tones or music you know well to fine-tune the gain until the bass is strong but clean. Finally, check the phase. If your subwoofer is out of phase with your other speakers, the bass can cancel out. Many amps have a phase switch. Try flipping it to see which setting gives you fuller sound. One of the biggest complaints people have about car subwoofers is rattling. When panels, doors, or the trunk vibrate, they create unwanted noise that ruins the listening experience and makes even the most expensive system sound cheap. The solution is sound deadening material, which works by absorbing and dispersing vibrations before they reach the cabin. Products like Dynamat, Hushmat, or similar mats can be applied to the inside of doors, trunks, and panels to create a more stable environment for your subwoofer. This not only eliminates rattles but also prevents energy loss, keeping more bass inside the cabin and making it sound fuller, tighter, and more powerful. In addition, sound deadening improves overall audio clarity by reducing road noise, allowing you to hear the details in your music without distraction. It's an investment of both time and money, but if you're serious about clean, professional quality bass, it's absolutely worth it. Next, you need to get the equalization and fine adjustments right. Once you've handled the basics, you can refine your sound with equalization. An equalizer allows you to adjust specific frequency ranges. Boosting the very low end, around 40 Hz, can give you that chest-thumping bass, while cutting slightly around 100 Hz can reduce muddiness. The goal isn't to make the bass overpower everything else, but to blend it seamlessly with the rest of your system. Remember, great bass isn't just loud, it's balanced, controlled, and musical. Now, getting the best bass isn't just about setup, it's also about maintenance. Subwoofers and amplifiers generate heat, so make sure they have proper ventilation. Check wiring connections regularly to ensure nothing has come loose. Dust and debris can also affect performance, so keep your equipment clean. Treat your system well, and it will deliver powerful bass for years. Before we wrap up, let's talk about mistakes that kill bass quality. The first is cranking up the bass boost knob on your amplifier. While it might sound impressive at first, it usually introduces distortion, muddies the sound, and can even shorten the life of your subwoofer. The second mistake is ignoring the rest of your system. A subwoofer can't fix poor mids and highs, and if those frequencies are weak or distorted, the bass will never sound balanced. Balance is key, and every part of your audio chain needs attention. Another common error is neglecting proper tuning. Many people skip fine adjustments and rely only on factory settings, which rarely deliver optimal performance. Finally, don't assume louder is better. The best bass is felt as much as it's heard, and it should complement the music, not drown it out. When bass is clean, controlled, and integrated with the rest of your system, it elevates the entire listening experience rather than overwhelming it. So there you have it, the complete guide to getting the best bass from your car subwoofer. From choosing the right enclosure to tuning your system and eliminating rattles, every step matters. When you put it all together, you'll transform your listening experience and finally get that deep, clean, powerful bass you've been chasing. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more car audio tips and reviews, and drop a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I'd love to hear how your system sounds after trying these techniques or what has already worked for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.